And good evening and welcome to Bushnell Prairie City High School this evening for girls basketball tonight as the Spartans take on the Chargers from Illini West. Chris Frankhauser, Dwayne Hewlett, and Miles Hewlett here at BPC High School this evening. And of course, things winding down on the basketball campaign. Football season not that far away. And thank you for tuning in this evening here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And our pregame sponsor is JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Dwayne?
So funny story.
Okay.
Last night we had a junior high game at West Prairie that was on our Hewlett Public Pro LLC YouTube channel. If you have not liked our channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. That does help us down the road some, so we appreciate all the subscriptions we can get, and we'll talk about a little bit more about that. Anyway, I decided I was going to go down there and try the remote stuff in their gym.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got down there and I realized that I had forgotten a cable for the camera that I needed. So I had to get into school. So I messaged Coach Schneider. I said, hey, are you in Bushnell? And I went ahead and started heading back this way. I was 2 or 3 miles this direction. He said, yeah, I'm actually at the school right now. That's all he said. I'm like, okay. So I said, I need something out of the school. I'll be there. I'll be there in a few minutes. He never responded. And I was driving, not speeding, but I was 60-ish probably. And I pull down Hess Street. That's Hess Street, right? Pull down Hess Street, and I pull into the drive, and there's a bus parked right in front of the gym. And there's cars in the parking lot. And I'm like, oh, my God. I forgot a game. No lights on anywhere. Right. I forgot a game. I forgot. There was supposed to be a game here. So I come flying in the parking lot at that point, and I come pulling up, and there's a kid carrying a football helmet. You had to have a football practice. About that time, Rodis says, what are you doing here? And I was like, I just came to pick up a cord.
After you picked your chest up.
After I had a heart attack. That's the kind of night I had. But anyway, we went back and did do some double camera stuff, and it was a good time. And got some good shots of Macomb, especially in the first half, and then got some good shots of West Prairie in the second half. So it's a different perspective when you're down there using the camera down on the baseline. Right,
and of course, with football season, we've got some new wrinkles and things we're going to be throwing at people once football season starts as well.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got the plan is to have 2 sideline cameras and 1 main camera, and should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
I just got to make sure I have enough people to run everything.
Well, you got the talent. I mean, or lack of talent, I guess.
I got the vocal talent.
You got voices. I got
Miles to run the good camera, the main camera, and I just got to find the sideline help to make sure I get some stuff on the sideline. But I've been building some equipment, so everything that we get ad-wise is going right back into equipment. So now what I need 2 cameras, but I can't decide what cameras I need to get. So we're still working on that.
We're down under 4 here on the pregame show clock. Let's step aside, and we'll be back here courtside. You're listening and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. They didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And we are back here courtside at Bristol Prairie City High School tonight as we'll have the JV and varsity contest between the Spartans and the Chargers from Illini West. Illini West, a perennial basketball power. And Dwayne, while we've got a chance, why don't we try and run down, we start hitting some of the upcoming events here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Going on right now on our YouTube channel, Ethan has junior high volleyball. West Prairie is playing Monmouth Immaculate Conception School. Tomorrow night, we were supposed to have one contest. We now have two. The originally scheduled broadcast was high school boys basketball. West Prairie playing host to Rushville Industry. Ethan and Greg Phelps will be on the call there. Now, added this morning is BPC high school boys against state-ranked United in the house tomorrow night. So
cool.
That was not on the schedule. And then a couple games that were not originally on the schedule as well are on Saturday, as we have a 10 a.m. broadcast with junior high boys here at BPC. And then we have regional volleyball action, a play-in game of sorts. The junior high volleyball team plays at 2 p.m., seventh graders only.
All right, so that's the upcoming schedule for the next couple of nights and days, afternoons, and we are ready for basketball here in the opening tip of the, or no opening tips anymore, start of our JV contest between the Chargers and the Spartans here this evening.
Yeah, it's the opening tip-esque.
Yes.
The opening pass in bounds is what it is now.
6 minutes on the clock this evening for the JV contest.
Only playing, did we always play 6-minute quarters? I thought we played 7-minute quarters.
I thought we had 7 on Saturday, but apparently we're doing 6. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we did 7 minutes quarters in the JV contest on Saturday. So it will be Charger basketball, number 11, Josie Bryan at 2 inbound.
I'm getting messages from West Prairie or Illini West people already. So being told there's a Lambert girl, Delana Lambert. She's trouble, is what I'm being told.
Uh-oh. And the shot up and good by number 11, Josie Bryan, and a quick 2 for the Illini West Chargers. They take the lead tonight, 2-0 opening quarter JV contest. That pass by BPC stolen away, and falling on the floor would be Josie Bryant, and traveling violation goes right back to BPC. Don't forget to let us know where you're tuning into. This evening, I always like to hear where everybody's tuning into these broadcasts here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Inside the ball goes to Norris, back to Elizabeth Suter. She'll lose the ball on the drive in, but going to be fouled.
Call it on number 22, Ellie Craig. Her first, team's first.
Number 12 to inbound. That'll be Anna Curley for BPC. Inbound pass to Norris. Kicks it back to Suter in the lane. She's up off the glass, and Elizabeth Suter ties us at 2. 5:20 to play here in the first quarter. Ball now on this near wing, Lambert. Number 4, Emily Bruns with the basketball.
Looks like I got a little bit of an issue here with my scoreboard.
Near steal by Gilfillan for BPC. Ball moved around the perimeter by the Chargers, down to under 5 to play. First quarter, 4:56 to play. Far corner, that is Bryan with it. 22 on the drive, Craig. And we're going to get a foul, our first foul of the night on BPC.
I'm going to reset our scoreboard here. Give me just a second, folks.
Elizabeth Suter whistled on the foul, 32. And a 30-second timeout taken by Illini West with 4:51 to go. 2-2 our score. You're tuned in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and also brought to you by Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 South of Prairie City, or give them a call at 309-775-3333.
Well, my scoreboard isn't working. So we're going to take that off for the night and go without it. I'll bring it back if I can get it working in between games.
So 2-2 ball game. Charger basketball out of the timeout. Lambert with it on the left wing, on top now to Brian. Ball in the far corner, that's number 22. Craig gets it around now, number 4. Runs with it. On top, back to Craig. Near corner, jumper for 3 is up and going to be short off the rim. Rebound down to Illini West. Driving in, drawing some contact, no on the shot. Rebound, ooh.
Well, that looked pretty clean for Curley right there.
Curley with the near steal, but that's going to put number 14, Allison Hunter, at the line 4-2 for Illini West. 4:22 to play. First quarter, 2-2 are scoring the JV contest. First one is up and good by Hunter. She'll get one more. 3-2 lead for the Chargers. Second one on the way, and the second one off the front and back of the rim and drops. 4-2 the lead for Illini West.
Who was that shooting, number 22?
That was Hunter, number 14.
14. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to solve my other issue there.
3 short by Curley from the right wing. BPC comes up with the rebound. Suitor to number 20. Gilfillan back to Curley. Norris bounce pass to Norris goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Chargers. We're just a couple minutes into this opening quarter. 4:02 to play. Chargers on top, 4-2. Bryant will bring it up, swings it to Craig. Far side to Bruns, back on top now with the basketball is Brian. Near corner, that's Craig. She's going to drive in, float one up too strong. Rebound down to Norris for BPC. He's got momentary numbers. Nice bounce pass to Suitor. Suitor up and in off the glass. The assist to Kylie Norris. And we're tied again at 4. 3:35 to go, first quarter. Quickly the other way, Brian with the basketball. She's going to draw contact and a foul, I believe, going to be whistled on 33, Kylie Norris.
Personal foul, 32, Elizabeth Suitor for second.
Oh, they're going to say Suitor on the foul. 32, that'll be
her second.
Second, team's third. Lambert to near corner now on top. Illini West and BPC tied at 4. Picking up the dribbles, Craig. Long 2 and up and good. Josie Bryant makes it a 6-4 lead for Illini West. Just over 3 to go, first quarter. Suitor with it for BPC. Right-hand dribble.
Was that number 22 or number 11?
I had thought it was Brian, but I could be mistaken. And BPC going to dribble the ball out of bounds, so it goes back to the Chargers. They're up to 6-4. Right at 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Left wing, that is Lambert. Craig's going to have the ball momentarily poked away, gets the ball back. Lambert near corner now to Brian. Back to Craig. She's going to drive in left hand side of the basket, and she's going to be fouled. And Jalen Sickles, I believe, going to be whistled for the foul. 35, her first, team's fourth. And the officials timeout here with 2:38 to play with the Illini West up 6-4. We'll be back here courtside on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
And welcome back here at courtside. 2:38 to play in the opening quarter. There are JV contests, 6-4 lead for Illini West. I want to welcome a couple new sponsors here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. That includes MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it into 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Out of the timeout, it will be Charger basketball. Also welcome United Community Bank as one of our sponsors as well. Inbound pass and an easy layup missed there inside by number 11, Brian, on the inbound. But we're going to send Bryant to the line on the foul on BPC.
Team's fifth. First on Taylor, fifth on the team.
First one is up and short by Brian. Emily Bruns checks out as number 2, Allison Eisnagel in the ballgame for the Chargers. Second one up, second one short off the rim. Gilfillan, number 20 there for the rebound for BPC. Picks up her dribble. Inside, she goes to Norris. Norris going to go up strong. No on the shot. Rebound down to Illini West. Ball's loose on the floor, and jump ball will stay with BPC. 2:22 to play here in the first quarter. JV contest, 6-4 lead for Illini West. Curley to inbound. Gets it in to Taylor. Taylor double teamed, like double dribble, and we'll go back to Illini West. 2:17 to go. Josie Bryan will bring it up for the Chargers. Swings it over to Craig. Now Eisnagel. She'll put the ball on the floor. Is going to drive baseline. Kicks it in. Nice pass inside to Allison Hunter, number 14, and she'll lay it up and in off the glass. 8-4 lead now for the Chargers. 2 minutes to play first quarter. Curley to Madison McGrew, number 10 into the ball game for BPC. Norris with it. Picks up the dribble. Back to McGrew. Near steal by Illini West. Bounce pass inside. Try to get the ball to Norris. Stolen away by Craig, and Illini West with the basketball. Driving quickly there. Brian's going to drive right side. Float it up. No. Rebound batted around. Controlled by Craig for the Chargers. Inside pass and a traveling violation on Illini West. Turns it back to BPC.
That was Delana Lambert on the travel.
Georgia Siebold in for Illini West. Jaitlin Sickles and Jill Miller into the ballgame for BPC. Gilfillan with it. 3-point line. Now to Miller. Swings to McGrew. McGrew puts the ball on the floor in the left hand. To Taylor. To Miller inside Sickles. She's going to be double, triple team. Ball going to go off the foot of Taylor. Out of bounds to Illini West. 8-4 lead. Chargers with the lead and the basketball. Down to a minute 5 to play, first period. On top with the basketball is Craig. Back to Hunter. Eisnagel, number 2 with the basketball now for Illini West. Far corner now, that is Craig. Ball swung around the perimeter, under a minute to play, 45 seconds to go. 3 up by Brian, no. Rebound down to Illini West. Cross court, they try to go to Craig, and Gilfillan knocks it away momentarily. Illini West with the ball. Down to 35 seconds to play. Eisnagel's going to fire up 3 short. Follows her shot, gets the rebound. Ball now passed over to Craig. She'll fire up a 3, no. Rebound down by Taylor for BPC, down to 15 seconds. And we're going to get a traveling violation on BPC, and we'll stay with Illini West. Number 11, Emily Hickenbottom into the ball game in the first time for BPC as Gilfillan will check out. 16.6 seconds to play here in the first period. Eisnagel to inbound. Gets it in to Craig. Back to Eisnagel. Inside they try to go. Ball poked away momentarily and corralled by Taylor. BPC's got 6 seconds. McGrew down to 5. 8-4 lead. Down to Sickles. She'll fire up a 3 off the rim. No good. And after 1 period of play, it's Illini West 8, BPC 4. Here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And do want to welcome our other sponsor. We'll just keep it right here for now as we get ready for second period action. Want to tell you about, again, one of our new sponsors. That's United Community Bank. Their services are designed to keep you in the game when you are on the go. With online and mobile banking that's nothing but net, to friendly services you can count on from the leader, community banking. Choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Visit a location near you with branches in Macomb, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is a member FDIC. Also, MDH, Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and again in 20. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Chris Frankhauser, Dwayne Hewlett here courtside. The cameraman extraordinaire, Miles Hewlett, as well as it is a 8-4 lead for Illini West. The Charger basketball out of the timeout. Again, don't forget to, while you're tuned in, let us know where you're listening in from. We'd like to see, we'll throw some mentions out from people that are watching as well. Always like to find out where everybody's tuned in to watch these games here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You can chat if you're on a computer. You can chat, I believe it's at the bottom of the screen or off to the right. It's not at the right on mine, but I don't know if that's the way it is on everybody's or not.
It is Illini West basketball. Eisnagel with it, drives to the far corner, kicks it over to Hunter. Near side, that's Craig. She'll drive baseline, cut off there by Taylor. Eisnagel. Hunter now on top to Brian. Near corner, that's Eisnagel, goes cross court. Down to 5:28 to play, first half. Long jumper up and well long by Brian. Taylor there for the rebound for BPC. 8-4 lead for Illini West. McGrew now to Hickenbottom. Inside bounce pass to Miller at the free throw line. Back to McGrew. To Hickenbottom. The screen from Taylor. McGrew. Back to Hickenbottom as they're playing catch around the perimeter. 5 minutes to play. Inside they go to Miller. Ball poked away and corralled by Seawold for Illini West.
She was triple teamed down there.
Nice down court pass, and the shot no by Hunter. And going to go off Illini West, out of bounds. So let's go back to BPC as we see Norris back for BPC. Taylor going to check out. And number 12,
Kaylin Farrell in for Illini West.
Kaylin Farrell in the first time.
Still 8-4, 4:46 remaining here in the first half.
McGrew left-hand dribble, near corner to Sickles. And Sickles' bounce passes nowhere for a BPC player. Illini West with the basketball.
Farrell was able to track it down, really got away with the carry, I think. There.
Yes, Hunter with the basketball for Illini West. Back on top to Farrell. 3 from the left wing by Craig, up, no good. Rebound down to BPC.
I'll tell you what, Jaitlin needs to look before she throws the ball. That's the pass down here. She just turned around and threw where she thought somebody was going to be.
Right.
And it went to Illini West. And that time, she just turned around and threw where she thought somebody was going to be, and it was a Illini West player, just couldn't hold on to it. So got lucky that that one went back to BPC.
See Gilfillan back for Sickles for BPC. So McGrew, Hickenbottom, Gilfillan, Norris, and Miller in the 5-4 BPC. Miller with the basketball now. Tries to go into the far corner to Hickenbottom. Pass stolen away by Illini West. The layup up and good by Josie Bryan from the right side. 10-4 lead now for the Chargers. Just under 4 to play here in the first half. 3:55 to go. McGrew with it for BPC. Pass to Hickenbottom goes off her hands. Norris able to pick up the loose ball. Gets it into Miller. Hickenbottom now to Gilfillan. She's double teamed. Gets it to Hickenbottom. McGrew thought about his 3. It's a good job closing out by Bryan for Illini West. Now McGrew going to be tied up. Jump ball will stay with BPC. 3:37 to play here. First half, 10-4 lead for the Chargers over BPC. It'll be Miller to inbound, number 22. Gets it into Norris. Norris going to drive baseline. She's double teamed. Gets the ball out to Gilfillan. Swinging around McGrew along 2. From the top of the circle, just inside the three-point line, Madison McGrew.
She likes that 18.5-foot jumper, doesn't she?
She does. She's hit a few of those on Saturday. Now Gilfillan with a steal. 10-6 lead for BPC. Gilfillan going to drive and float it up. No. And foul going to be whistled on Craig for Illini West. Gilfillan to the line for 2.
She did a good job of, at least trying to get the foul on Craig, her team second. But she was too worried about where the player was. She needed to get to her spot and then turn around and try and draw the charge. She kind of just kept looking and running with the player. And by the time she got to where she knew she needed to be, it was too late to be set and get in position to get a charge.
First straight from Gilfillan hits off the back of the rim about 3 times in the front and will not drop. One more. This one is up, and this one is good. Cuts the lead to 3, 10-7. Illini West on top of BPC. 3:12 to play here, first half. Far corner, Eisnagel with it, number 2 for the Chargers. Swings around now to Bruns. Near corner, that's Farrell short. I think Gilfillan maybe got a hand on it as Norris is going to get the basketball, lose it. Hickenbottom there to pick it up for BPC. Nearly a carry on the play for BPC. She'll get it to Curley, who checked back in. Miller's going to fire up a 3 from the right wing, well short. Norris there for the rebound. Norris up, counted and a foul. Kylie Norris with a basket and an opportunity here for BPC to tie this game up at 10.
11, Josie Bryant picks up her first personal foul.
10-9 lead for
Foul
Illini
for
West.
Illini West by a person not named Hunt or not named Craig. That's the first on Josie Bryant, team's third, and
we're going to get the media
COVID/media timeout. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And back here at BPC High School, Kylie Norris with a free throw coming up to complete the 3-point play and a chance to tie it up at 10. This shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound there to Bruns for Illini West. 10-9 lead for the Chargers of 1, 2:35 to play first half JV game. Baseline, that was Bryan, and she'll kick it off to Allison Hunter, who will lay it up and in, pushes the lead back to 3. 12-9, 2:25 to play. Gilfillan going to fire up a quick 3, in and out, no good off the glass. Rebound down to Bryan for Illini West. She'll push it, bounce pass to Hunter, nice pass, and up and in. Allison Hunter with another bucket, and just like that, the lead is out to 5 at 14-9. Gilfillan the other way as we're down to 2:05 to play first half. Miller with it, now near corner, Norris. 16-footer is long, rebound down to Bryan for Illini West. She'll drive it in, tries to go with a pass to Hunter, and it's going to go out of bounds to BPC. Madison McGrew and Jaitlin Sickles back for BPC as Hickenbottom and Miller check out.
BPC's doing a lot more subbing here than Illini West. They've put several players in and out multiple times. Illini West has made a couple subs, but not nearly as frequent.
Right, and it's mostly been single subs only. Sickles with it in the near corner, down to 1:40 to play here first half. McGrew with it, bounce pass to Gilfillan, looked like a little contact.
Change your pivot feet, or was it just me?
I didn't see as the shot up by Gilfillan, no good. And
How
ball
on
on
earth
the
did
floor.
Norris get not called for a foul? She went over the top of Bruns there.
Gilfillan with the steal for BPC. She'll get it
There's
down
the
to
charge.
Norris, and we're going to get an offensive foul. And
Number 1 on Kylie Norris, number 6 on.
And Emily Bruns, the one that took the charge, and she's a little shaken up, slow getting up.
She's wearing knee braces on both knees, so.
3, Delana Lambert, and 22, Ellie Craig into the ball game for Illini West.
And just as we say that, they make a double substitute.
Right. Minute 15 to play. First half, 14-9 lead for the Chargers. They have the basketball. Craig with it, left wing. On top to Lambert. Far corner, that would be Farrell. Near corner, Long two by Bryant, up, no good. Rebound down to BPC. We're under a minute to play here in the JV contest. 14-9 lead for the Chargers. Gilfillan from 18, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound loose as Sickles going to pick it up. We're going to get a jump ball alternating possession to the Chargers.
Sickles ended up with it, but had too many hands on it for too long.
Taylor back for BPC as North's going to check out. 16 fouls on BPC, just 3 on Illini West. 14-9 lead. Illini West with the lead and the basketball. Left wing, that is Craig. Guarded by Curley. Farrell now to Brian. To Craig.
They holding it for one shot here?
Possibly, as we're down to 28 seconds. It certainly looks that way for now, as of now. Bullet pass at the legs of
Farrell,
and she gets on the floor and gets it to Brian as we're down to 16 seconds to play.
I would say that they did hold it to the final shot.
Now she'll back up towards the Spartan logo. Near corner, that is Lambert. To Brian. Swinging around. Craig with it. To Lambert. Long three is up and no good by Josie Bryan, and that's how the first half will end. 14-9 with Illini West on top here at halftime of our JV contest. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We can tell you about Square Music Company. They offer instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street, and you can also find them online at squaremusic.com. Also brought to you by the Community News Brief. It is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. We'll come back and read that Community News Brief ad as the cheerleaders here tonight, and they are going to perform here at halftime of our JV contest.
They're spread out all the way down the floor. Miles is going to be zoomed out as far as he can. I don't know if he can you even get them all in, Miles? Just barely.
Looks, I was going to say just barely.
I was going to count to see if they were all in the screen or not. He got them, though. He'll get a little zoom on each one of them so everybody at home can see all their family that's in here cheering. That was a pretty short one.
That was a pretty short one. As we'll finish up with our Community News Brief, and they are a free publication distributed over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information on the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Also brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Of course, JoJo's is our pre- and post-game show sponsors here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back here courtside at Bushnell Prairie City High School in just a moment.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And back here courtside at Bristol Prairie City High School, 14-9, our score of our JV contest at the half. Illini West up by 5 as we thank you again for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And Wayne, how did the stats shake out there in that opening half?
Well, they didn't shake out a whole lot because there weren't a whole lot of them.
No,
But,
there wasn't.
2 people scored for the Chargers. Josie Bryan had 6 points. She was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, had 3 field goals. Allison Hunter had 8 points. She had 3 field goals, but she was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So they finished the half 2 for 4 from the free throw line with 14 points. Literally, only one player has more than 1 foul for them, and that's Ellie Craig, and that's because she had their first 2. Josie Bryan has the only other foul for the Chargers. For BPC, it's balanced scoring, but there just wasn't much of it. Madison McGrew has 2 points. Elizabeth Gilfillan has 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Elizabeth Suter has 4 points. And Kylie Norris has 2 points, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. They finished 1 for 3 from the charity stripe, scoring just 9 points there in the first half. And I tell you what, Chris, Illini West, of course, has always been known for defense. I mean, they can score the ball too, but they've always been known for defense. They were in the mug of these Spartans, but the Spartans still had looks at good shots. Mm-hmm. They still made a lot. I would guess that a quarter of the errors were unforced. Mm-hmm. You know, just turn around throwing the ball where
there wasn't
they didn't even look to see if there's. They just turned around, thought there should be somebody there, so they threw it, and making ill-advised passes and maybe some ill-advised shots that resulted in quick turnovers back to Illini West. So I don't know that I would say that you have to feel bad about where you're at if you're BPC at this point. And I also don't know if you could say that Illini West probably feels real good about where they're at.
No.
I mean, they're happy to have a 5-point lead, but they probably feel like it should be more, and BPC feels like they should be ahead. So, I mean, this is a game that can go either way.
Both teams missed some fairly decent shots in that first half. And the impressive thing about, for the most part, from watching the Illini West girls play over the years is, like you said, they got suffocating defense, but at least like here tonight, in this first half anyway, they don't really get in a lot of foul trouble playing that tight of defense.
Yeah, that's good coaching and doing the same thing year after year after year from the time you're in 4th or 5th grade. You know, that doesn't hurt that either. But you know, these girls are always good, these teams from Illini West. You know, their bad years
would be a great
some schools would love
year.
to have those for a good year. So, you know, it's very, very unusual for them to have a bad team, and they don't have a bad team here tonight, obviously. But we would love to hear from where some of you folks are watching from. Still haven't had a single person say anything in live chat. Leanne Lambert sent me a message on Facebook, but
chat us up.
Nobody's chatted us up on the YouTubes as of yet, so we'd love to have you join us.
Yeah, chat us up and let us know where you're listening from.
Keep the cursing to a minimum. I know that you, if you dislike me, I understand, but keep the cursing to a minimum if you don't mind. We would appreciate that. But other than that, hop on there and let us know who you're watching, where you're watching from, and what's going on. Varsity games tend to liven up a little more on the chat.
As we are under 2 minutes to play here, or on the halftime clock, getting ready for the third quarter of action on our JV contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also, Country Financial agent Shelly Post, and she sees Shelly Poston at Country Financial to learn more about protection for things in your life that matter most and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelley Poston today at Country Financial at 309-772-3003. We will be back here courtside on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Welcome back to BPC High School, 14-9, just about at the end of halftime here. Illini West leads BPC. You might have saw that ad that was just on. It's a simple flyer with a lot of great audio. Blessing and MDH working together. February was American Heart Month. I understand it's no longer February, but every month is American Heart Month. So don't ever forget to take your cardiac health seriously. And MDH and Blessing work together as only great things to come for the McDonough County area. So we know it says February, but it's still an important thing to keep in mind.
BPC basketball out of the halftime break. Curley with it. Gilfell now the pass stolen away by Illini West. Craig with it, nearly had it poked away by Suter. She'll drive, kicks it out, left wing, long two, up and good for Delana Lambert.
She is a pain, you're right.
Has the lead now at 7, 16-9, 5:35 to play here. Third quarter, Norris with it, drives baseline, hands off to Sickles, and Sickles going to go up and in with the two. And the lead back to 5, 16-11, 5:22 to play here, third quarter. Here's steal by Gilfillan. Far corner, that's Bruns inside. Cherry picking easy layup there by Hunter on the right side. No good. BPC going to run it the other way. Suter corrals the long pass, tried to go to Curley, and now Craig with it for Illini West on the steal.
It was a great outlet pass, but it was just a little too long for Suter to get down to it. Norris did a great job looking down the floor, just threw it a little long, and then Suter had to do something with it. Her momentum, she was struggling to stay in bounds. So
Illini West basketball on the inbound. Craig gets it in to Lambert. Far side hitting the deck on the foul, going to be on Norris, as that's Hunter. And, of course, she's the one that took the hard charge from Norris there in the first half.
Yeah, there was no ill will in that foul. That was just feet getting tangled up.
I shouldn't say Hunter. That was Bruns that drew the foul in the first half and draws the foul there. And a long two up by Craig. No good. Norris going to come out of it for BPC. He's going to have it poked away by Craig, who almost saved it, but stepped on the sideline.
Norris is lucky Craig didn't just throw that right in her mug.
Yeah.
That was one of those where you jump out of bounds and just bang it off a girl
right.
Or a guy that's standing right close to you. She's lucky she didn't throw it right at her.
Suter with it, number 32 for BPC. Gets it to Curley, number 12, 4:35 to play, third quarter, 16-11 lead for the Chargers. Norris going to drive, baseline, stops, long two by Curley up off the front of the rim. No, rebound 2-22, Craig.
I really would have liked to see Norris drive that on in and put up a shot.
Quick two by Brian, in and out, no good. BPC Gilfillan with a basketball for the Spartans.
Well, both teams scored right off the bat on their first possession, and now they've struggled a little bit.
Long shot by Suter is going to go out of bounds. Not hit anything, and Illini West, hit the floor, but no rim or backboard, so goes to Illini West.
Have you noticed as this seasons have went along, the masks have dropped farther and farther, faster and faster? Maybe we should drop ours. Masks.
I don't think anybody wants to see our face.
Yeah, we have faces for radio.
Exactly. As Brian with it for Illini West. Now Craig cross court to Bruns. Brian going to drive baseline. Nice move. Spins it up off the glass and in. Josie Bryan with a chance to make the lead.
Yeah, that's going to be the third foul on Kylie Norris, team second.
As McGrew going to check in, as Curley will check out. Josie Bryan.
Sickles has got to get on that baseline and shut that baseline and close the baseline drive off. That's what happened. And Norris tried to come over and help late, and she couldn't get there in time.
Free throw by Bryan, no good, but Illini West with the basketball. Quick jumper up and in and out by Craig. BPC Guilford in there for the rebound for the Spartans. Outlet to Norris.
8-10 to 11's the score now.
3:30 to play, third quarter. Suter gets the basketball, number 3, back to McGrew. Near corner to Sickles. She'll try to bounce pass into Norris. Norris is triple teamed underneath. And pass going to go out of bounds off of Sickles to Illini West. Norris nowhere to go and falling down through the ball, and it just went through the legs of Sickles.
Well, it went right to her feet. That's a hard spot to try and catch the ball, but Norris didn't really have a choice. She just had to get rid of it without traveling.
Craig with it now. Long 2 up and good by Josie Bryan from the far corner. And the lead at 20 to 11. We're going to get a timeout BPC with 2:58 to play. I believe it was a full timeout. It is a full timeout. Well, now we got discussions. Is it going to be a BPC timeout or?
It's going to be a 90-second timeout for the. So we'll take a break here, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
And back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 2:58 to play, third quarter, 20-11 lead for Illini West.
BPC scored on their first possession of the second half and have not scored since.
As Illini West has pushed the lead out to 9, biggest, I believe, of the evening. We're brought to you by Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. It'll be BPC basketball out of the timeout. Suter to inbound to McGrew. Norris with it, right wing. Double teamed. Puts the ball on the floor. Lucky that didn't get maybe an offensive foul there at her fourth. The Suter now with the basketball. Back to Norris. Norris going to try to drive baseline, cut off. Now going to be double team. Ball stolen away. A good job by Craig getting in and tying up Norris, and it'll go to Illini West, as you said.
They quite obviously apparently believe that Norris is a very important part of this offense for BPC because they've been double teaming her every time she touches the basketball.
Icenoggle back in for the Chargers. She'll have the basketball now as we're down under 2.5 to play. Runs now near side to Craig. On top, Icenoggle swing around to Bryant. Left wing. 2:18 to play. Third quarter. Bruns with it. Ball going to be tipped out of bounds off of Guilford, and it'll stay with Illini West.
JB, thanks for the kind words. JB Hunter saying we're doing a great job announcing, so we appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying Miles' work on the camera as well.
Bruns with it, guarded by McGrew, near corner, Icenoggle. She'll draw a double team. She'll stop, pop a 3. Nope, off the rim. No box out, and hard to the floor is
Craig. Norris. It ought to be on Sickles, but I bet it goes to Norris.
Yep.
Her fourth.
33, County Norris picks up the foul for 4.
And that's going to go get Emma Taylor off the bench and into the ball game for BPC.
That is the third team foul on BPC of the half, and all 3 of them are on Kylie Norris.
Icenoggle to inbound. Hits it in, far corner to Bryan. She'll drive in, up off the glass, and count it, and a foul. Taylor on the foul.
Her first, team's fourth.
And just like that, the lead is doubled, 22-11. And the free throw up and good by Bryan. It makes it a 23-11 lead for the Chargers. 1:56 to play here, third quarter.
That's her first free throw. She's 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
McGrew will get it across midcourt to Suter. Far side to Taylor. Taylor double teamed.
Okay, maybe it's not just Norris.
But it seems
they're
like
doing a good
they're
job
doing
over on the wings of double
Right, I was just going to say that. Both wings, they seem to be double teaming every time somebody touches the ball for BPC, as we see Georgia Siebold.
The thing about that is sometimes when you catch a ball and you know a double team's coming, don't start dribbling and putting your head down immediately.
Right.
Look, because if they're bringing a double team, they're leaving somebody
open,
to open up.
Hickenbottom into the ball game. She'll get it into Gilfillan, down to 1:40 to play, third quarter.
I want to thank Haley and Eric Hickenbottom for coming on board as some of the family support sponsors.
Side Gilfillan's quick jumper as well, short off from the free throw line. Illini West out with the basketball. That'll be Craig. She'll push it down left side and try to bounce pass into Allison Hunter. It's going to go off her hands and right back to BPC. 1:20 to play here in the third quarter.
Eric was in my class in school and one of the most tenacious kids to play sports against I ever played with. He's a great guy, but really tenacious on any floor or field you put him on.
Madison McGrew with it, number 10. Swings to Sickles. She's going to be tied up by Brian. It'll stay with BPC.
Yeah, that's a little simple thing you don't think about, but Jaitlin there had a chance to turn away from the defender to get space, and she turned the ball into the defender.
Hickenbottom inbounds to Gilfillan. Her three up, no good. Hickenbottom there for the rebound. Tried to get it back to Gilfillan, and we're going to get a foul as the ball stolen away by Craig.
Gillifillan's going to pick up the foul, her first, team's fifth. She was going to get beat down the floor. You don't want to foul, but when you're down 23-11 and you've scored 2 points, you don't want this to get any farther. And she would have gotten beat, and it would have been an easy layup at the other end. So that's not necessarily a bad foul there.
Kaylin Farrell back for Illini West. 5 team fouls on BPC. No fouls on the Chargers here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but we say that not saying that there's really has been any fouls. I mean, they've played very good defense. They keep their hands clean. They don't swipe and swing at the opposing player.
As Eisnagel going to fire a three from the right wing. No. Short rebound. 2 shot attempts up close by Illini West. No. BPC with it. Down to 30 seconds to play. Hickenbottom swings around to McGrew. She'll stop and fire up a 3 off the back of the rim. No. Taylor there, Sickles there for the rebound. She'll put it up and in, and she was fouled. Cuts the lead down to 10, 23-13. Illini West on top. 22, Craig with the foul. It should be her third, correct?
Her third, team's first. So they've had 4 fouls in the game, and 3 of them are Ellie Craig's.
Jalen Sickles in the line. Free throw up, and the free throw is good. As Jill Miller back in the ball game for BPC. 22.2 seconds to play.
You look for small victories. So you have a 3-point play, you get it under 10 points here entering the fourth quarter. You didn't play well the fourth quarter. If you can keep it under 10 points here, you've got a chance to get back in this ball game in the fourth quarter.
Farrell with it, down to 7. Ball swung around. Craig gets it back, down to 4. They go inside. Ball going to be poked away by BPC. And Gilfillan's not going to get a shot off in time, and that'll be the end of 3 quarters of play in our JV contest. 23-14 here, Illini West on top. We'll be back here courtside in just a moment.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
And we're back here courtside at BPC High School on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also, M&B Furniture, Bushell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, the best in home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.bfurnitureinc.com. You can also give them a call at 309-772-2111. The Charger basketball out of the timeout. Chris Rankhauser, Dwayne Hewlett, and Miles Hewlett here at BPC High School on this Thursday evening. Thanks for tuning in. Near corner, that is Eisnagel with it, number 2. Ball now in the far corner to Brian. Kaylin Farrell with it now, number 12. Down to 5:45 to play in the contest. Farrell's going to get the pass and balance it up and in from the right side. Kaylin Farrell makes it a 11-point lead, 25-14. Illini West on top. McGrew gets it to Miller. Hickenbottom back to McGrew. Out to Taylor. She'll bring it out to Hickenbottom. She'll bounce pass to Miller. Long 2 from the far corner. No good. Rebound loose on the floor and corralled by number 11, Brian for Illini West. She's going to brace down the floor, scoop it up off the glass and in. And just like that, the lead at 13, 27-14, 5:09 to play here.
Madison McGrew had a chance to go after that ball. She chose not to, and then she still didn't beat the defender down the floor. If you're not going to go after the ball, you've got to get back on defense because you obviously know you're not getting the ball. You got to get back on defense and not give up that easy layup. She gave up the opportunity to try to get the ball, and then she still got beat down the floor.
Taylor's pass going to be stolen away by Eisnagel. She'll go the other way. Hickenbottom and chase, and no foul. And the shot, no. Rebound down to Taylor, as it was like 1-on-5 for Taylor. And we're going to get a foul on Illini West.
I think.
Spartan personal foul, number 12. That's her second.
They're going to call Taylor on the foul. Okay.
Yeah, it was on number 12 for Illini West.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't know how Taylor could have been whistled for the foul when she was surrounded by nothing but white or dark blue jerseys.
One of the things right there, Emily Hickenbottom, what we talked about earlier, getting down the floor and trying to get into position. She didn't worry about the player that she was catching and running beside. She ran past the player and tried to get into position on that play, and that's what altered that shot.
As Brian going to get it back for Illini West. Lambert going to get runs into BPC player, and Suter going to take it the other way. She's going to go up.
Oh, I thought she was going to get called for the double dribble, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought so, but
called Farrell for the foul.
Get the foul on Kaylin Farrell, and that's going to put Suter at the line. Elizabeth Suter for 2. Third team foul on the Chargers here in the second half. 4:14 to play. First one from Suter's up and off the front of the rim. No good. 27-14. BPC down by 13. Second one on the way by Suter's up and in. 27-15, the lead to 12. As Brian will bring it up for the Illini West Chargers. Swings around Lambert. She'll drive in baseline, kicks it back out to Brian. Farrell with it, number 12, right wing. Bruns with it now. Back to Lambert.
Spartans have been doing a better job of cutting the baseline off here recently, too. That's allowed and forced the Illini West to get the ball outside more.
Bad pass by Farrell, going to be right into the hands of Suter, and she'll take it the other way and score. 27-17, BPC on top by 10, 3:40 to play, fourth quarter. Farrell's got it in the near corner. Now Lambert, left-hand dribble, bounce pass in the corner to Brian.
It was a nice little left-handed bounce pass.
And the shot up by Bruns is no good. Ball loose on the floor. Miller able to corral as 3 players hit the floor.
I think Norris just kind of rolled and threw it over her head.
Suter going to fire up a 3, count it, and a foul.
It is a 3.
And
Fouls on Lambert, her first.
And just like that 3 cuts the 7-point lead with 3:12 to play, and Suter with a chance to cut it to 6 on the rare 4-point play.
Hey, you don't see very many 4-point plays in any level of basketball.
No, you do not.
You got a chance for one here.
Free throw up, and it's off the back of the iron. No good. Good box out by Lambert, but BPC's going to come up with the basketball. Suter's going to get it back, fire up another 3. This one's going to be well short. Ball tapped around. Gilfell in there for the putback. No. Curley with it. Tried to bounce it out to Suter, and is going to bounce it out of bounds. It'll go back to Illini West. We've got our under 4 immediate timeout. 2:59 to play. We'll be back here courtside in just a moment.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And back here courtside at BPC High School, 2:59 to go here on the fourth quarter of our JV contest. 27-20 lead for the Chargers. Farrell gets it in to Craig. Back to Farrell. Near corner to Hunter. And Lambert's going to get the basketball, and she's going to be fouled out on the wing by Suter.
That's going to be third on Suter. Seventh on.
32,
That should be one in bonus. Oh, I guess I'm one ahead. Oh, I was on the wrong one. It would have been the seventh if we were still in the first half.
Farrell's going to check out as Bryant checks back.
I apologize, folks.
Craig with it to Lambert. Far corner, Bruns. She'll pick up the dribble, gets it to Hunter. Ball around, Lambert with it.
Think they're going to hold it for one shot?
I don't know with 2.5 to play. Probably not. Lambert with it at the three-point line.
I bet they hold it till they get the shot they want.
I bet they do too. Lambert's going to get it back, left-hand dribble, going to kick out to Craig. Over to Brian.
The ball movement for these Chargers is really good.
Just patient. We're down to 2:15.
Or until they lose the ball out of bounds.
And the ball going to go off of Craig's hands out of bounds. It'll go back to BPC, down by 7, 27-20. 2:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Sitter's going to drive in, going to have the ball poked away from behind, gets it right back, but can't stay in bounds. It'll go right back to Illini West. 2:03 to play. Craig to inbound, gets it in to Brian. Brian will bring it up to Craig. Far side to Lambert. On top, Bruns. Emily Bruns with it.
The one thing you have to remember here is quite obviously Illini West is in no hurry on the offensive end of the floor. They will take the ball, hold on to the ball until they get the shot they want. And they could have forced one right there. They didn't. So every possession that BPC gets at this point is extremely important.
Down to a minute and a half to go. Now a long three by Craig up. No good. Ball tapped around.
And every missed defensive rebound is critical as well.
Brian gets the basketball. Now Bruns back to Brian. Craig. Cross court. Long two by Bruns is up, no good. Lambert there for the rebound. Down to a minute 10 to play. Craig out to 11. That is Brian. Her shot up, no. Rebound's going to go out of bounds off of BPC with a minute 5 to play. Illini West up by 7. We're going to get timeout. A 30-second timeout by Illini West. That'll give us a chance to tell you about Hensley Grain and Rural Bushnell. They've got a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy this shortened athletic campaign. Also brought to you by Farmers and Merchants State Bank. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending, and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or the drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. Farmers and Merchants is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
They are eating a ton of time off the clock. They've got, if my count was right, 5 offensive rebounds this trip down the floor. And when you're down by 7 points with under 2 minutes to go, that is killer.
They started with about 2:35, 2:40 on the clock. We're down to minute 5. Charger basketball out of the timeout. Craig got the inbound, thought about a 3. Lambert's going to pop a long 2 from the left side, no good. And Illini West there for the rebound again. Josie Bryan. Lambert now to Hunter, to Craig. Craig's going to thought about popping one from about 16. No, picks up her dribble. Gets it back to Lambert, down to 45 seconds to play. Brian runs cross court to Craig.
Norris can't. You might be able to hear the fans talking, get the ball, foul, something, but Norris can't be the one to do it. She's got 4 fouls.
Brian with it, down to 28 seconds to play.
At this point, it's very obvious that BPC is not going to foul to try get back in this game. It's just going to probably run out.
Impressive here is Illini West started with the basketball with about 2:35 to go. They have got several offensive opportunities on rebounds, and I'm going to run this clock out, it looks like, as Craig with it now, far corner under 10, down to 7. She's got it.
Jilly just tried to make a foul, and then finally with 4.4 seconds left, it looks like Curley is going to get a foul. It's going to be her second, team seventh.
So that should go one in bonus.
So we'll extend it a little bit by sending Craig to the free throw line here. At that point, you might as well just let it go at that point. Kind of surprised that Illini West was even attacking the basket, though, at that point, too. So
Craig with the one in bonus. First one is on the way and is off, no good. Norris there for the rebound. 3 seconds, 2. Miller going to fire one up from half court. No, going to get it off about quarter court, and it's going to be too long. And our final score of our JV contest tonight is Illini West with a 7-point win. 27-20. We'll be back here courtside in just a moment.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital. More than hospital care, a hospital caring.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
And we're back here courtside at BPC High School tonight as the JV contest just wrapping up. 27-20 win for Illini West Chargers. You're tuning into the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game night, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events. Live on the big screen, come join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell and cheer the Spartans on to victory.
Well, real quick, we'll look at the scoring for Illini West. A game high 15 points for Josie Bryan. She finished 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 8 points for Allison Hunter, 2 points for Delana Lambert, 2 points for Kaylin Farrell. And that's the scoring for Illini West. Donna Giles, hi from Belfair, Washington. I know you've been watching BPC. You've been on here a lot. We appreciate you stopping in and saying hi to us every time you're on. For BPC, Elizabeth Suter, team high, 10 points. 5 points for Jaitlin Sickles, who had all 5 in the third quarter. And then 2 points for Kylie Norris, 2 points for Madison McGrew, and 1 point for Elizabeth Gilfillan. And that rounds out the scoring. Amazingly enough, both teams were 3 of 7 from the free throw line, if my count.
Wow.
That's not a lot of free throws.
No.
Did only play 6-minute quarters, but filed them through in a hurry. And we are done with the Fresh Soft JV contest. And I guess we could take our break and come back in a little bit with our varsity contest, right?
That sounds good. We'll be back here in just a few moments here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with our varsity contest.